1962 Impala Restoration, Part 9. But first, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, we're going to be replacing the inner quarter panels on this Impala. At the previous shop, when they loaded it onto the trailer to bring it to us, they had damaged the inner quarter panels with the forklift. So we're going to replace those. And we're going to start by chipping off all of this seam sealer and then wire brushing to reveal the joints. Okay, all of those little divots that you see are factory resistance welds. There's actually 3 panels sandwiched together here. So we're going to get the main body out of the way and just cut that off with a cutoff wheel. Make life a little bit easier. Give us some room to work. Okay, now we're going to carefully use the air hammer to separate the panels. And there it is. Now there's going to be a little remnant still left of the resistance welds. And what we're going to come back and do is use a grinding disc, grind those down flat. And a 60 grit flap wheel. Clean that surface area up really nice. Make it straight, flat. Then we're going to prep it. Okay, we're going to drill some holes through here so that we can perform plug welds. And we didn't remove the panel this way because of it being sandwiched 3 panels together. Now, after we've cleaned the area, we always use a zinc primer. And then when we're finished with the entire area, we come back with the POR 15, finish it off. And setting it into place. Now we're not going to weld this in place yet, but we are going to secure it in place with several sheet metal screws, self-tapping sheet metal screws. And now we have it in place. And now there's a problem. Okay, the inner panels for the, I'm guessing 61 to 64 are the same, but that face where the striker plate goes and the door jamb is not. And it looks like we've got the 63-64 version. So we're going to have to change that out. And we're going to rough cut this out of the way. And mark out our resistance welds. That way we can see them and drill them out accurately. Little shot from the backside. And now we're addressing the face. Just drilling out the resistance welds. That was the way it was. These panels were put together, and we're just going to reverse that process to remove it. Okay, we're getting that last little piece off of there. And there it is. Now you can clearly see the difference between the old and the new panel. Yeah, definitely 63, 64. So we've already media blasted this edge, and like I mentioned before, in between any body panel, we always clean and use a weld-through primer with zinc. And even though the factory, whoever made this replacement panel, didn't do that. We're going to. And the original panel clamped into place. Now we're going to do some plug welding. We want to be really accurate and flat with the plug welding. So we're going to come dress this down and finish it off. But we don't want to have a flat, smooth panel. We want to leave a little bit of the weld so that it mimics the factory resistance weld. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Alright, finishing out the welds. Now we're just barely going to knock the tops of the welds off. Again, we don't want to have a completely smooth finish. We're not building a show car. We really want to replicate the factory look. Now, after I've knocked the tops off, I'm coming back with the 60 grit flap wheel. Smooth and blend everything out. Little mini DA. I'll hit it with 80 grit and then move up to 220 grit. And you can see the finish. Now we're finishing out the rest of the panel. Just be nice and thorough. And we've Scotch Brighted the area. And applied a little primer. Hold it until the next step. Now, so I already had separated the new replacement panel in a different way and just removed the inner panel, which we actually only needed, and left the face of the door jamb intact with the old quarter panel. So we're getting it set up to do the plug welding. And we're pretty much just copying the other side, so this one's going to be cut short. Hey, if you haven't checked out the rest of our videos, our video page, we're up to about 100. Check those out. Leave some likes, leave some comments. Follow the Impala restoration to completion. The next steps are going to be we're prepping to get the floor installed. Well, next will be rockers, then floor. Hey, as always, thanks for watching.